Hi everyone! Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining us. So obviously everyone knows exactly what I'm here to talk about today. Definitely focusing all our information today on Biosculpture's new Color Builder Gel. You guys have completely taken us by surprise this week. We are selling the products off of the shelves. You are all loving it so much. Our distributors can't keep up with the orders. It's amazing. Thank you. We are glad you love the products as much as we do. And we decided that I'd jump on here today and just give you more information about this amazing product. I have been fortunate enough to have been working with it for 2 years now already with Biosculpture as we were getting the developments to the point of getting it perfect. And it's just been such an amazing journey to be involved in. And honestly, I can tell you today amazing things about Color Builder, but I actually did a post yesterday to say I don't even need to tell you so much about this product because you will see the results for yourself. You are just going to see how amazing this product is. Okay, so let me start by showing you the new Color Builder gels. So everyone is loving our brand new stand. So I just literally received this now. Like we just scrambled to get this out of box. If you buy this stand and you get the bundle with this stand, chat to your distributor about the different options. Let me grab this off here. You can see that it does come with like a sleeve on. So pull that sleeve off. It's just a protective sleeve that will then protect your stand. So what this stand then does is fits your Color Builder gel one of two ways. So you can fit to the side or you can display your products front facing. So let's quickly display our bottles there. I'm not even packing in order, just a random order over here so that you can just see. Let me show you both ways. I like packing them to the side because then you can actually see both the colors as well. Oopsie. So that just shows you one or two ways in which you can pack your bottles to display in your salons. So this will be available to you. You can chat to your distributor. And then we have another option. I can't decide which one I love the most. I love this one as well. So this one fits 5, not a problem. You can have multiple ones in your salon. And you can see it also has the Color Builder at the back. So that is our 2 different stand display options that we have. You can chat to your distributors for more information. Okay, so let's start. As you all have already seen, together with our brand new product, Color Builder Gel, which we've launched, we are introducing brand new packaging as well. So the bottle is slightly different. First things first, this is purely a Biosculpture product. This doesn't belong to a specific gel range like our BioGel range or Eva range. This is Biosculpture's Color Builder Gel. So it is a complete unique new range on its own. You'll notice that there's a slight difference to the bottle look, introducing our brand new, very elegant and chic color caps, which is a true reflection of the color. We also have custom made these brushes. It's the most amazing brushes to work with. You will see, and you will agree when you work with the brushes. So we have worked really hard to develop a perfect customized brush that down to the very last bristle, the number of bristles, the shape of the bristles, it's completely designed to work and feature with the Biosculpture Color Builder Gel. So that is the one thing that you will see, that the cap itself of the bottle is slightly bigger than what you're used to, and then you can see that you can display your bottles to the side, to the front. I mean, the bottles are just, they speak for themselves. They're just amazing. So that is the new look of the Color Builder. we've launched with 10 colors, and our team in our lab really worked hard to focus on a very versatile range of colors that works with different skin tones, different lengths of nails. So we've really got a color palette here that I don't think there is a skin tone that you would not be able to suit with these colors. So there's such a diverse color palette over here for you to work with and to choose from. So my clients personally are obsessed with color builder gels. I can't keep up with stock in my salon. My clients, up until the last few months where we've been developing content and just working with these color builder gels and introducing them to colors, my clients are obsessed. They only want to wear these colors. They love the colors. They every time they come, they will change from one color to the next color, or obviously have their go-to color. So in this range of colors, we have some colors that are very sheer, some that are not as sheer. We have a few that have a very, very subtle shimmer pigment, which is amazing. So you could use them exclusively on their own, or what often sometimes happen, I see my clients love this color combination, is berry, which is a very nice, dusty, beautiful pink color. And then we have Angel, which is a shimmer. So applying Angel and pairing Angel with berry is such a nice color that you can almost customize for your client then as well. So there's just no end to what these color builder gels can do. All right. So as I said, there are 10 to start with. You can layer them. So they are customizable in the sense of when you apply the builder layer with a color builder, the more you build and the more product that you apply, you can then customize not only your strength end result, but also your color end result. So if you are looking for a really sheer, very elegant look, then you're going to not build up on your arch as much. The moment that you want to provide a lot more strength, a lot more color coverage, then you're going to add on to the way that you would then define and create the upper arch structure. All right, so I'm going to try to get to all of your questions throughout this call. I've made a bunch of notes that I just want to discuss with you, from nail tech to nail tech, and just tell you what I find works really well for me with the color builder. So the first thing is that the color builder gel is fiber infused, which is completely amazing for you as a nail tech because it gives you strength that you cannot match. But what I completely love about it, and if you know me, you know that I despise thick, untidy applications. We need to change the messaging to customers that strength does, or thickness, should I say, does not equal strength. And that is exactly what we can do with these color builders knives. Like, we can show customers, you can have beautiful nails, you can have long nails, you can have short nails. Regardless of the length and the shape that you want, we can give you strength, we can give you structure, we can give you lasting results without thick applications. So the application, you can't even, I don't even think you can see, this is mine has been on for 3 weeks now. You can see this hand's difference. And that's a 3 week, I think, what did I have on here? I have Fairy, which is also a really nice dusty pink with a really subtle shimmer. And that's a 3 week application, as you can see over there, but they are so thin. I wish you could actually see the application. It's so thin, it's so beautiful, it feels strong, so it just gives you so much support. And the way in which we can get the strength and the thinness is from the fiber infused particles. So it's very unique in that sense on how the gel performs. As well as, for me, time is money. Especially this time of year, it's busy. The salons are busy. Your booking systems are busy. Your customers are wanting to be in and out because they are busy. So the fact that the color builder gel cures in 30 seconds just ticks all the boxes for me. Because as a nail tech, it gives me exactly what I need. It gives me speed. It gives me fewer layers, but it gives me lasting results. And while we're speaking on that as well, is that we meet all the health concerns that customers and us as nail techs have. So the Color Builder Gel is HEMA-free. It's TPO-free for customers that do have certain sensitivities. So we want to accommodate them as well. And it is allergy tested. So this product has gone through rigorous testing to make sure that BioSculpture is giving nail techs a product that they can be confident to use, that will offer lasting results, but safe applications, and applications that will improve the health and the condition of the natural nail. Remember, when you do use the Color Builder Gel, you will then incorporate it with your other products, such as your Ethos products, which is supporting products to your gel overlay, which will improve and promote new healthy nail growth as well. All right, so another important thing before we get to the questions is that the Color Builder Gel is a medium viscosity gel. So it has unbelievable self-leveling. It levels so well, it's easy to work with, but it is a medium viscosity gel. So it's not that thick product that is sometimes difficult to work with. I would say it's really similar to what you know of what BioSculpture has produced in the past. So Contour or Bio-Base Gel or the new Builder Gel, Apex Gel. So the consistency is very similar and in line with those gels as well. Okay, so let's talk about your application routine. A Color Builder Gel application is best paired when you incorporate two essential products, SPS and Grip. So we've recently done a live on SPS and Grip where we spoke about these two products in more detail. So if you want information on that, you can just backtrack a bit on our grid and go have a look at that. But SPS and Grip form parts of your preparation of the nail plate, but then also preparation for the gel overlay. So SPS is a special prep solution which cleanses the nail on a very deep level. It breaks down and removes any impurities, any oils, etc. So that is your final step of nail plate preparation. So it cleanses on a way deeper level than what a normal cleanser does. Then once you have completed your nail plate preparation, you've applied SPS, you then will start preparing the nail for a gel overlay, and that is where you will introduce Grip. So you will apply Grip as a layer covering the entire nail. It is a tacky, shiny layer which covers the entire nail. It doesn't require curing or drying time, and then you will start with your base layer. So really important, when you are considering buying and purchasing the Color Builder Gel, make sure that if you do not already have SPS and Grip, that these are two essential products, a power duo, which goes hand in hand with your Color Builder Gel. That is going to give you the best results. All right. So then once you've applied and you've prepared the nail and we've applied SPS and Grip, you will then apply a base layer. So the Color Builder Gel is a really nice, as I've said, hard, strong, supportive product. Your nails feel amazing. What you want to do is you want to pair the Color Builder Gel with a flexible base layer. So you will use either Flex Base, Bio Base, or Soft Gel. And you will apply a flexible base layer, which will complement the flexibility of the natural nail, but will then support the strength of the Color Builder application. So in a nutshell, prepare in your preparation with SPS and Grip. You will then use either Flex Base, Bio Base, or Soft Gel to apply a base layer, cure your base layer, and then you will apply your Color Builder Gel in 1 or 2 layers, depending on if I'm doing a lot of detailing on the upper arch and the nail is longer, then I normally apply 2 layers. But if I'm doing a regular application, like for instance with my nails again, it's applied in 1 layer. So whether you choose 1 or 2 layers is very dependent on the nail and the length that you're working on. And then once you've cured your Color Builder Gel, as I said, it's a 30-second cure, you will then apply your top coat, your finishing layer. What I completely love about Color Builder, we've all been put into that position as a nail tech, where a customer who never does nail art walks into the salon and she says today she wants nail art. So now we don't have enough time booked. And we all know that feeling in the pit of our stomach, whereas now we need to fit in this nail art We don't want to disappoint the customer. How do we now do it without running late for the rest of the day? This is your saving grace, because it's time saving. It will give you that 15 minutes extra that you need to do the beautiful art, French ombre, any color on top of whatever your client's preference is. It will give you that time, and then you will end off with your top coats as normal. So the Color Builder Gel is an amazing product to use and color to use on its own, but it's also a fantastic foundation color for either a French overlay or a French ombre or any type of nail art application. All right. And then I get asked so much at the moment, how does it soak off? Your Color Builder Gel soaks off exactly the same as any of your other Biosculpture gel overlay applications. There's no difference in the soak off routine or the way in which the gel soaks off and releases from the natural nail. And remember, you're using your supporting products. So you're using vitamin dose and you're using almond oil as part of your soak off routine. So you are getting the exact same soak off results and benefits of what you are used to. All right. However, I know many of you are going to ask as well, can this be rebalanced and infilled? Because of the strength of the product, it definitely can. I would say the best is for you to evaluate the way that in which the gel overlay grew out. And if it's completely perfect and you have an e-file especially, you have the option to either rebalance and fill, or you can soak off. All right. So let me have a look at some of your questions. Okay, so is it a rubber base? It is not. The Color Builder Gel is specifically a builder layer. So that in terms, basic terms will tell us that it is a strengthening layer which supports the natural nail. It supports the length of the natural nail, and it gives strength to the natural nail. With a builder, remember, this is not a color layer. This is not a biogel or an Evo color. So when you open it, it is going to be slightly thicker and stickier in consistency than what your colors are. The reason being is because it is a builder gel. So it is a builder with added color as an added benefit. All right, so that tells us that because it's a builder gel, we don't want to apply it too thin. Like I said, we get beautiful thin end results, but you don't want to thin out on your layer too much, because you want to give the nail this enough support, which your builder layer does, and you want to then build up on that color intensity as well. Your color builder then must be paired with one of our flexible base layers. We're suggesting Flex, Biobase, or Soft Gel for best results. Okay, which colors are opaque? It's hard to say. The reason being is that you can customize the color during the application. So you can get a really nude or very sheer, barely not there type of thing, or you can get more intense coverage on that application. So I would say berry is your most pigmented color that gives more of a solid, semi-solid coverage. And then for instance, a color like Angel is a very sheer shimmer application. It's got a beautiful pink gold shimmer inside. So you can see there we've got a beautiful pink tint. I would say that is now going to be one of your more sheer colors. Okay. Have a look at our page as well. We've got so many videos and reels and everything happening at the moment where you can also see the consistency and the texture of the color, also on videos of application as well. That will give you a better insight into how the colors look. Okay, can you add a color over color builder? You definitely can. We have a client that loves the Color Builder Gel as her arch layer for strength, but she always wears a red application. So because of the fiber infused technology, we just found that we're not seeing stress breaks anymore. The nail is so much stronger and more supported. So to answer your question, you 100% definitely can apply a color over the color builders as well when needed. Okay, can conditioning gel be used with a Color Builder Gel, or can 80 base be used as a base layer? They definitely can. It's not wrong if you chose to use one of those base layers. However, our very thorough testing that our team has done in the lab has shown that your best base layer to use with a color builder application is Flex, base gel, or soft gel. All right. Is your base layer only one layer? Yes, your base layer is always only one layer. So a thin, flat base layer covering the entire nail. Remember, your base layer is to achieve good bonding of product to the natural nail. Your base layer is not there to achieve strength or structure or shape or anything like that. So your base layer is a bonding layer to the natural nail. So your base layer is always going to be a slightly thinner layer. And then you cure for the recommended period of time. So Flex base, very important. Flex cures for 60 seconds. And then your soft gel and your bio base cure for 30 seconds. All right. What is the price for the service? So hard to say. There's people from all over the world joining us today. So I would say get in touch with your distributor. They will be able to best advise you on what a typical pricing looks like for this type of service. And it's also very much market related. But get in touch with your distributor. They will definitely help you more. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Okay, can it be used without grip? It can be used without grip, but you're going to get best results with grip. So grip is going to support the strength of the product. So you definitely, I would say, for me, grip is a non-negotiable. So I would always include grip with the application. Okay, next question that we've got is, do you refine and wipe between the layers? You don't need to. This is what I completely love about the Color Builder Gel, is that time is money. So there's so many benefits added into this application that you don't need to wipe and buff between the layers. So you would do your base layer, you would cure your base layer, and then you can immediately go onto your Color Builder application. You would cure that and then immediately go onto gloss. So essentially you can do it in a 3 to 4 layer overlay. However, if you were doing a Evo color, you would then need to just cleanse your Color Builder application, refine it, and then apply your color layer. Do you need to mix it before using with a shimmer? It's always ideal if you want to, especially if it's been standing on the shelf for very long. So you would support your bottle and then you would just give it a quick mix and then place it up. Be careful not to hold the cap of the bottle and then to mix it, because it puts a lot of stress and pressure around the center point of the bottle. For strength over French, can you put a layer of base over the Color Builder Gel? You can. So remember, your strength is all coming from the Color Builder Gel. So adding an extra base layer with a French overlay is not necessarily for the strength aspect, but it is more of the sealing aspect to cover and to protect the French overlay and make sure also there's no ridges from the French overlay application. And this is only done where needed. And the best product to use for that, and I speak from experience, I've tried them all, the best product to use for that is soft gel. Because of the clarity of the soft gel, it doesn't create a gray finish or any yellowing to a French or a French ombre application. All right. I have Deborah in the background here noting all your questions for me to make sure I can answer them all. So the next question, can this be used on clients that usually use hard gels? You definitely can. So very versatile in the sense that there's not a nail type really that we cannot use Color Builder on, but what you can then do is, if you pair it correctly with your base layer, it's that pairing that's important. A flexible base layer to support and complement the flexibility of the natural nail, and then your Color Builder Gel supports the flexible base layer, supports the strength of the Color Builder Gel. All right. Where do you get training? Get in touch with us. Send us a DM or get in touch with your distributor for more information. We have online training happening. We have different platforms of training. So you can get in touch with us for more information. What nail type? Someone's asking, can it only be used on a hard nail? Absolutely not. I have, in many videos that we've done in the past, you'll see I have very flexible nails. So although I have quite a long nail bed, this is my usual go-to length, should I say. but I have very flexible nails. So if you're using your grip, you're using a flexible base layer and then your color builder, you will be all okay. What color is like Eva and Anthea? All right, so I would say Eva, two colors, two options over here, fairy or berry. So these are your two colors that would give you that dusty pink. And then for Anthea, I would say blossom probably. Where's blossom? Blossom or dream? There we have wings. And then we have blossom. So yeah, we have dream. I don't know if you can see it over there. And then we have blossom. All right. So have a look. We've got a bunch of color swatching videos as well, where you'll be able to see more of the true color on those color swatching videos. So I can see Deborah's busy writing more questions for us. If I've missed any questions, we'll be sure to respond to your questions on the chat box. So we'll post this to our grid afterwards, and then we will answer your questions there as well. So would it be a good idea to move clients over that uses acrylic? Definitely. So even with the Builder Gel that we recently launched, it's such an amazing product as well. So in that sense, you definitely can get the strength that an acrylic type application, that solid strength will provide, but then you are getting this in a beautiful, streamlined, thin, natural looking application. All right, it's all got to do, your strength end result is all got to do with how you are building and creating that upper arch. That is so important. So if you are struggling with that, get in touch with your distributor or your educator, and we definitely can show you one or two small pointers that's going to change your life with regards to how your overlays look, how you apply your overlays, and then obviously the results thereafter. Can Color Builder Gel be used on toe applications? It definitely can. Remember, it is a hard product. So if the toe is tiny and small, then I would say maybe a color gel, which is a little bit more flexible, is a better option, but you definitely can use Color Builder on toes as well. And like I said to you, the soak off is exactly the same as normal. Okay, another question here that I can see, how would you do a fill with the Color Builders? The infill and the rebalancing is exactly the same way as a new application, should I say. So you will do your preparation as normal, you will do your base layer, concentrating on the regrowth at the cuticle outline, and then your color builder application as per normal. Okay. All right. Let me read this quickly. Okay, why would clients move over, or how do we get them to use Color Builder Gel? So a client that uses a go-to color like Anthea or Luca, those colors that are stable colors in your salon that everybody wants, very popular. Show them new colors. Clients love to see new colors. So what I do is, I don't know if my clients are different, but the moment my clients sit down in the salon, one of the first questions is, oh, do you have any new colors I can look at? So show them the new colors. Explaining principle, what is Color Builder Gel? It's unbelievable strength. It's really nice to wear on your nails. So explain like that, but I don't think the idea is that we want every single one of our clients to move over to Color Builder Gel. I think the idea here is that we have an extra product to work with now. We have another option to offer in the salon. So there is a space for your traditional color gel overlays, and now there is a new room and a new space for your color builder applications. Okay, so someone is saying, yeah, would you file down the color builder leaving the base layer and then infill, or would you leave some of the color builder? So I suppose it all depends on your strength end result. So you definitely can debulk, I would say, at least 80% of the application. I would be very hesitant to do an infill or a rebalance if you don't have an e-file. So an e-file for me is a must. And then you are going to debulk 80% at least of the application and then proceed with the overlay process as normal. All right. Any other questions that I've missed? Do you charge more for a 4-layer application? I think this is very area dependent. As I have seen some areas in some countries where an application like this is charged at a slightly higher rate, but it all depends. So you can charge less, you could charge the same price. Me personally, I charge the same price as what I do for an overlay in the salon. And then that also doesn't limit my clients, because I often find that if I've seen in the past, if you put in a 4-layer overlay option and a 5-layer overlay option and you give the customers too much option, what ends up happening is they choose the cheapest option, which is not necessarily the best option for their nails. So it's very much for me driven by what is suited for the client's nails, and then to see which application type the client is looking for. Okay, someone is saying, why is an e-file a must? I would say because with manual filing, you are much more aggressive than what we are naturally with an e-file. With an e-file, you have a lot more control over how you use the e-file. So the e-file, we can control the speed, we control the placement. You have ultimate control over the e-file. With manual filing, the moment that you become too harsh or too aggressive, it can loosen the bond of the gel from the natural nail, and that will then create center pocket lifting as a result. Okay, so someone has said that they have an allergy to flex. Can they use it? So this is very difficult to answer, because what is your allergy? It's very difficult to say. It could be, there's multiple different things that you could be allergic to over here. So it's difficult to pinpoint the source of the allergy, but I would say if you have controlled the allergy and if you've pinpointed exactly what it is that you're allergic to, and that doesn't, and it's probably not included as an ingredient in the color builder, then you definitely can use color builder on your nails. To date, and we have tested hundreds, thousands of applications in our testing process of color builder gel, and we haven't picked up on a single allergy during that time. So, I mean, we've taken clients that had past problems on their nails, concerns, etc., and they successfully are using color builder gel. So I speak for myself personally, and I would say I would feel comfortable to use it if it's applied correctly, and we're not doing our analysis, the original initial analysis, and then from there you're going to determine your treatment course. Okay, will more colors be released? I'm not going to say too much at this point, but definitely watch this space. We're always working on something, so definitely watch this space. But for now, we have 10 amazing colors to start with, and like I said, it's 10 colors that we really work to create the perfect color palette. Okay, I think we have covered everything. Yeah, well, another question, will grip be used for an infill? Yes, so you'll do your process as normal. Obviously, when you do an infill and a rebalance, you're focusing mainly on the regrowth, but you would follow the process exactly the same as when you're doing a new overlay. Okay, so I think we got to all the questions. Thank you so much for joining us. Please post, tag us, share with us what you're doing with the color builder gels. Remember, we are here to support. So if you have any questions, reach out to your distributor, to your educator, and we will help you there. But you're going to love the product. Like I said, I don't need to tell you too much about it, because the results will speak for themselves, and you are going to love this product. Okay, thanks everybody for joining. See you next time.